what's up guys, it's Link here. Today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video where I talk about why I think mages power spike too early for the amount of carrying they can do in a team fight. Now, I know this is an ARAM gameplay, but think about this. NA turns to ARAM at 10 minutes anyway, so this is just cutting out the first 10 minutes of farming. So, in this video, I am playing Cassiopeia with one of my friends who is on set. As you can see, he's in my clan. I've known him for many, many years. And like me, he's one of the... Actually, he's more OG than I am. He's been playing since Alpha, I think. But he literally never takes Flash. As you can see, he has Ignite Snowball. But anyways, this video is not about his unorthodox playstyle. Now, you see here, I'm on Cass, and I've already got, like, let's see, 4 out of the 5 kills, participation-wise. Now, my bad with the camera there. If you pay attention to this game, you're gonna see a simple tactic as Cass that allows you to carry earlier than pretty much any AD and harder than pretty much any AD, except for maybe with the exception of Kaisa, who has all her evolves. But keeping in mind, Cassiopeia does not need to buy boots because, well, she can't buy boots. So this allows her to have 6 full strength items, where most carries would have to buy their 7th item, quote unquote, after selling boots, going into a PD to keep the move speed, or a Triforce, depending on how ahead they are, if they even get to that point in the game. So here, in this game, my W is going to root people, which then poisons them, which then allows me to spam my E for the bonus damage and healing. So you proc Conquer in like half a second, because every E is 2 cast. So the W is 2 cast. Then you E everyone in the team fight. That's 10 stacks plus the W, that's 12. Everything after that is healing. Your ultimate, if you hit a Q, any more E's after that. So this allows her to be super, super strong early, just by the fact that you put down your W. It meets two not requirements, but 2 power spikes, I would say. One, the enemy can't flash out of it, so it's a lot stronger than almost any other ability in the game in that way. It's almost like a very, very light version of Malzahar or Warwick ult, which is the suppress, in that you can't really get out of it. I'm not sure if you can actually QSS her W or not, but with the amount of CC my team has in this game, you got Set's pull, you've got Lux bind and slow, you've got Aurelia's AoE stun, and then you've got Lee Sin's kick. So, and you also have my ult, which if they are looking at me when I cast it, they all get stunned and turn into stone. So QSSing a W when all that follow-up can come out is kind of questionable, even if it is possible, which, like I said, I am not sure. So the main point of this video is just to show that me, I wouldn't say unexperienced cast player, but I am only level 2 with her, can get all this work done. Now here, I even delayed my power by going for, I wouldn't say delayed my power, I'll say delayed my ability to abuse the power I have, because I'm always out of mana, because I didn't start tier. I was going for the Leandri start because of the burn. Here I go for the execute, but I guess hadn't been long enough. It's just ARAM tactics. So my main point in this video is going to be that while an ADC only has BF and maybe one other part of their eye edge at this point. I have almost the full Seraphs and a quarter of my Liandries because they are cheaper. And not only that, they provide AP, they provide health, and they provide a very strong effect. Another thing is about Liandry's on her as cast is that her skills already burn over time through poison effect. So the Liandry's doing a % health in addition to that makes it good against tanks, squishies, and anyone else. Then you get Rylai's if you hit them with your, say you hit them with your W, they manage to get off of it, but they are slowed. Hit them with your E allows you to hit a Q, 7 more E's. You've now healed for like 900% of the damage you've taken. So you're at full health, and you've pretty much killed their whole team. Just like that. Whereas, and it makes you tankier because you have the health, and you have the healing from Conk, whereas the ADC, Trist, who took Conk, let's not talk about that too much, at this point literally only has the Guardian Horn and the BF, and now just the pickaxe. So she won't be doing anything for like at least another 5, 6, 7 minutes, and then she'll probably have Zeal and Eye Edge, whereas I'm just pressing E and Q and rooting people, and the engage of them being rooted guarantees the set pull, guarantees deluxe bind, guarantees Aurelia's E, pretty much guarantees everything. Whereas an ADC doesn't have as much setup as these AoE mages do. Like Malzahar can silence everyone, which is just as good as the root for starters. Rise AoE, he hits his 2 items and he's pretty much as strong as an ADC would be at their 4 item spike because his crits on his pops, and if you go through his spells properly, you have a ton of mana, you have healing in your runes, which don't get me wrong, ADs get too, but if you're hitting 5 guys in a team fight with Rise pops, you will be full health pretty much the whole fight. Whereas the AD has to be able to auto consistently because the 10% of the lifesteal, or it's 12 from Bloodline, but you don't have it stacked until later. Whereas with Rise you have Taste of Blood and you have Ravenous. Plus you have all the healing from Rod of Ages. You have, well, not healing, health from Rod of Ages. You have even more mana from Rod of Ages, and it gives you AP. So the reason why I made this video is because I looked at our team comp this game and thought it's gonna kind of be a weird one. We don't have much consistent damage besides me, and it didn't matter because Cassiopeia roots people and fights happen. And as you can see, this video has come to an end. And I hope I made my point that mages might be a little too strong early. As you can see, I went 4, 1, and 25 in legitimately 8 minutes and 41 seconds for the literal fastest ARAM surrender ever. As you can see, my whole team had 20 assists, except for Lee, who had all the kills and still almost had 20 assists. So the reason this game ended this fast is because mages have the ability to spread their damage earlier, harder, and with better items. So I hope I've made this point. There was another video like this on Goku's channel, which is why I'm not going to go for like 10 more hours. But that's that. Thanks for coming out to Hyrule. We look forward to seeing you next time.